Right then. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone and welcome back to 4 Pixels. Cuckoo is here with Rosh and Saku, and we are continuing Ace Attorney investigations.
Hello!
Hey. So, what was your reaction to Mr. Faraday? You even seem to know Kay fairly well.
I met him when he was a rookie prosecutor, known him ever since. And Kay, I've known her since the day she was born. Faraday and I, we cracked quite a few cases together.
But you two seem to have made no progress at all in the Yatagarasu case.
Did we touch a nerve?
I only have one thing to say to you. No one knew more about the Yatagarasu than me and Faraday. That's why I was called upon to testify in today's trial. To prove that Rel was not the real Yatagarasu. Which I would have done if he hadn't turned around and accused Faraday. After the accusation, I was asked to testify, but this time, to prove or disprove the accusation. But I guess I won't be doing that either.
I sense that there's more to that statement than meets the eye. Perhaps a bit more digging into Yatagarasu is what is necessary.
I'm sorry, but see, now that we know how big the lollipop he's eating is, there is no way he would be able to talk the way he does in the amount he does. It would be like, like, come on! Is he got a big hamster cheek in the other side that we just can't see?
Yes.
Yes, I really wish he'd turn around. And more Phoenix Wright fan art to draw that guy from the other side. You claim to know much about the Yatagarasu. Would you care to share what you know with me?
What you two should be looking for right now is proof of murderous intent toward Faraday and Rel.
I agree, which is exactly why I'm asking you about the Yatagarasu.
What?
The KG-8 incident and this second KG-8 incident. Both of these cases are tied to the smuggling ring. And in both of these cases, the witness who was to testify about the ring was murdered. However, there is one point in which they differ. And that is the presence or absence of the great thief, Yatagarasu. Mr. Rel claimed to be the Yatagarasu. However, in the middle of the trial, he suddenly declared Mr. Faraday to be the real Yatagarasu.
Ooh, Saku's voice is really sexy right now.
Thank you, chest infection.
Oh, sorry.
It's good, it helps. It helps with Edgeworth. Then, during the recess, they were both killed. Don't you find that to be the least bit odd?
Miles Edgeworth, stop beating around the bush and just spit it out already.
I believe that there must be some reason that 2 men suspected of being the Yatagarasu were both killed at the same time.
A reason, huh?
And so, in order to catch Mr. Faraday's and Mr. Rell's cold-blooded killer, I feel that I need to learn as much as I can about the Yatagarasu.
If it will help you solve the case, then I'll tell you. I'll tell you the reason why we've never caught the Yatagarasu.
What was that sudden outburst for? He almost made me whip you by accident.
It still accidentally whipped me anyway.
Nothing accidental about that. I know that was his point, but shh.
Just give her a reason.
There are 3 main reasons why the Yatagarasu will always be one step ahead. First, the Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. Second, the Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. Third, the Yatagarasu doesn't leave a single shred of evidence behind. Ever.
You see, so those are the Yatagarasu's special traits.
Sounds like an incredibly elusive thief.
The Yatagarasu has never been caught on tape, never tries to draw anyone's attention, and would never do something as lowbrow as commit murder. That's how I knew that Rel wasn't the real Yatagarasu right away.
But you can't use that sort of logic on its own to prove that he wasn't.
Listen, little girl, I'm not done talking yet.
Yeah, Francisca. How bad he be?
Psh, to you, Rosh.
Yes! Oh, I've been waiting to use that one!
What's different about this time was that evidence related to the smuggling ring was sent to the police. And the sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Kodopian embassy. The Yatagarasu.
Yatagarasu sent the evidence.
Until now, the Yatagarasu would always publicize any corrupt dealings through the mass media. But not this time. The evidence this time was something only Faraday and I, and a select few others knew about.
In that case, how can you be so sure it was the Yatagarasu who sent it?
That's easy. A special card that only the Yatagarasu uses was attached. That's how I can be so sure.
And just what sort of card is it?
Here, take a look at this article. Whenever the Yatagarasu wants to publicize something, a white card is sent along with the stolen information. But when we questioned Rel about what was sent along with the white card, Rel had no idea what it was.
Can't believe Rel likes his business card more than mine.
Don't you dare!
And that's how Detective Bad knew that Mr. Rel was a phony. What a poser! Thank you very much. I have a much better understanding of the Yatagarasu now.
Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes.
His Honours would like to transfer the evidence from today's trial over to you. So if you could please head over to the courtroom It'd be much appreciated, sir.
Understood. I'll be there shortly. Detective Bad, what does the law mean to you?
Finding the answer to that question is the only reason I'm still alive.
I became a prosecutor to find the answer to that question myself. I could play a part in ensuring that all criminals everywhere are found guilty.
Well,
Wow.
Saku, it's your favourite man.
I do love him.
September 10th, District Court, courtroom number 3.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Edgeworth. It appears that His Honor is still a bit dispirited. For the first time today, I experienced what it's like to stand at the witness stand. Now I have a greater appreciation for just how hard it is to give testimony.
Well, there's no reason for you to be all depressed about it, Your Honor. As a judge, no one expects you to think about anything other than the verdict.
Francisca, there is no need to further depress His Honor.
I have issues with that statement that I will not get into.
Please get into them.
No, I just feel like a judge really has to worry about something other than just the verdict, as it were.
Yeah. But I'm not trying to, Miles.
Your Honor. Huh? Okay, I've got so much to worry about. Your Honor, I've come to collect the evidence that was to be transferred to me. I already ate the Swiss roll. Your Honor. Evidence. Your Honor. Oh, yes! Can I help you?
That's the judge we know and love.
I'd like to collect the evidence now, sir.
Your Honor. Do you think you can stay focused long enough to at least do your job? Your Honor? Oh no, we've lost him. I'll whip him back. That'll bring him back to us.
Yeah, give him a good whip, little girl. That's his best idea.
Yes, I'm sorry.
You alright there, Saku?
Yeah, the call just froze for a second.
Oh no!
I'll have to wait till I watch this before I figure out what you guys said. I wonder if y'all were talking about me.
No.
Always.
And I would expect that the defense attorney has yet to arrive. Oh, I would. She is busy with the investigation. But let's keep this brief, shall we? Very well. In that case, please confirm that all the pieces of evidence are present. Furthermore, the evidence that was used in the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell are also included. So, please go ahead and use them in your investigation into their case. Understood, Your Honor. The pieces of evidence that were used in the murder of those two men. This could be a very good chance for me to find new leads regarding their case. Maybe even something that will finally lead me to the truth. I've placed all of the evidence over at the prosecutor's bench for you. That one over there. I see. Thank you very much. I will go and confirm that they are all accounted for. Whoa, Edward, that's a little bit like, Judge can't do his job. I'll go make sure they're all accounted for, Judge, the ones that you put.
It looks like your debut trial fizzled out thanks to it being declared a mistrial. Too bad. But now you can take your time bidding the evidence they transferred to you goodbye.
It's much too early to shelve the pieces that were given to me.
Oh, how do you figure?
2 of the pieces were used to kill Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. Naturally, having all of them makes it easier for me to examine them more thoroughly.
Yes, of course.
Don't tell me. You forgot about that fact, didn't you, Francisca?
I don't have to answer the characteristically foolish question of a foolish fool. Now hurry up and check the evidence already.
Trust me, I will, in due time.
Don't you all wish you had a little sister like Francisca?
Aw, I would not live.
Could borrow her clothes.
Hey, Saku, completely random question. Where do you live?
Saki, don't tell her, she'll kill you. Did you actually kill him? The call must have froze again. We'll be right back. And then Coco doesn't cut the stream. Fingers crossed that he's back soon, because I miss
am
his
here.
little face. There he is! Hello!
He lives. And in the
Guys.
3rd minute, Saku returned.
He's a
don't
real
know.
Neo.
Okay. So, this is the evidence related to today's Cadopian Embassy trial from Mr. Faraday's bag.
With us, Coco.
Oh no, she's so great and wonderful.
You mean the evidence bag that was on the table in lobby number 2, right?
Yes. Finally, we can now take a look at the evidence itself, and not just data about them. Let's be sure to thoroughly examine them while we have the time.
Agreed. I want to take a good look at all the evidence from the embassy murder too.
And why is that?
Because I still don't fully understand what today's trial was about.
Don't point your crop at me just because you don't know something.
She's not though. Like, I was very clearly pointing out to the side.
And don't you try to order me around just because Papa chose you today.
I see someone still sore about not being named by Mr. Von Karma.
Like, she calls him Mr. Von Karma as well. Like, I know she just said Papa, but like...
It's also real to see the knife up close.
So, we have the knife, gun, an envelope, the clothes, the boots, and what's this organizer doing here? Oh, that's right. I completely forgot to tell you. About what, Your Honor? They found Mr. Faraday's personal organizer inside that evidence bag of his. Detective Dad requested it be passed along to you. He said it would help the investigation, and then I saw him petting a puppy.
I hate you, Saku. I know exactly what you just referenced.
Thank you. I'm glad you did. Detective Bad said that.
What a strange stroke of luck.
And then all the customers were buying, and the money was multiplying. Who cares if a few trees are dying?
Well, how bad could he possibly
Face us
be?
all.
Well, never look a gift horse in the mouth. We might as well flip through it. Suspicious ducks and crannies.
Bad could they possibly be?
Scun! Was originally used to kill the Kodopian embassy staff member.
I'm sorry, Coco. We'll stop doing how bad could I be references.
Doubt.
I will try. That's the best I can offer.
To be honest, I'm just wondering if the audience is gonna catch it. You just really quiet.
I believe in them.
Yeah, not everyone's seen that terrible, terrible movie.
I think everyone who's on the internet probably has.
You know, Toy Story 2 is supposedly the Citizen Kane of animated films. Do you think, like, the Lorax is, like, the room of animated film?
Maybe. Hi, doggy. When the crime was reported, not the movie, the other crime, the responding police found Mr. Rell still holding it, which led to his immediate arrest, because only criminals hold gun.
And then this gun took the original shooter's life. How ironic.
Happens more often than not, Franziska.
Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything else we can learn from this piece of evidence. It's the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday.
Who would have thought that such a beautiful piece of art could be used for such a cruel act?
And it's never crossed your mind that you use your writing crop for the wrong purpose.
Of course not.
Yeah, arguably the knife was used for its exact intended purpose. The riding crop, not.
I mean, it's used
But Edra.
for whipping. Maybe not people, but...
Okay, yeah, I'll accept that. That's admissible in a court of law, which we're in right now.
Yeah, that's true, we are. Did you forget where you were, gentlemen? Mr. Faraday's organizer. It appears he was in the habit of using it.
It looks like he wrote his strategy for getting Mr. Rell convicted down in here.
I've collected the evidence. I need to prove that Rell was the killer. Between the handgun Rell had on him when he was arrested and the surveillance tape, I should be able to prove that he was the one.
Saku, that was
It appears-
really good.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Like, your voices are always good, but that one was, like, exceptional.
It appears that Mr. Faraday honestly believed that Mr. Rell was the killer in this case. The sound of his handgun going off was recorded with superb clarity on the surveillance video. I also have evidence I can use to prove that Rell's not the real Yatagarasu. And it would also appear that he had proof that Mr. Rell was not the Yatagarasu. I'm on the way, he's on the way! No matter how he may try to play it, as long as I have the Yatagarasu's key, I can prove he's a phony. If I present it to him in court, it should clear up. It's been a long battle. Hope this will finally bring it to an end. Yes, I believe that Mr. Faraday was well prepared to discredit any claim Mr. Rell may have made about being the real Yatagarasu. And he had a way to prove that Mr. Rell was the guilty party in the embassy murder.
Damn, Francesca. You sound so much like your big brother.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay, hon.
We all do it.
It's like, just read the words.
You were
That's
so
right,
in it.
Francesca, you do Edgeworth's next line, and then it'll be fair.
This organizer is a clue straight from Mr. Faraday. How
She's
does
in
it
my
feel,
head.
Mouse Edgeworth?
I'll have to take my time and give it a thorough read later.
Look, there's a picture stuck between the pages here.
Appears to be a key.
And a rather ornate one at that. Just look at the design on the handle.
The craftsmanship is superb. Could this be the Yatagarasu's key Mr. Faraday mentioned in his organizer?
The Yatagarasu's key?
Detective Bad said something earlier.
What's different about this time was the evidence related to the smuggling ring was sent to the police, and the sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Kodopian embassy, the Yatagarasu.
Yatagarasu sent the evidence.
Until now, the Yatagarasu would always publicize any corrupt dealings through the mass media. But not this time. The evidence this time was something only Faraday and I, and a select few others, knew about.
Mr. Faraday must have been trying to keep the secret key safe.
As the prosecutor on both the Yatagarasu and smuggling ring cases, that's to be expected. That's odd.
What is it?
Mr. Faraday didn't mention anything about a knife in his organizer.
That certainly is odd.
The weapon that was used to kill the Kodopian embassy staff member was the gun. But if that's the case, then where did the knife that was used to murder Mr. Faraday come from?
Isn't it obvious? It was brought into the courthouse by Mr. Rell. That's the only logical conclusion, right?
No, because it's not easy to smuggle a weapon like that in here.
I mean, it's going
Everyone seems to be able to.
Yes.
Everyone's got a weapon! Riding crop is a weapon! In the hands of Francisca.
He's not a weapon, he's just my security blanket.
Oh, she's cuddled it at night.
Daddy, I do not want teddy bear. Can you give me my riding crop, please?
Only child who asked Daddy to give her the riding crop.
Yikes. Anyway.
Every person who enters the courthouse doors is checked thoroughly for contraband.
It's shared out among the courthouse staff.
They're just out back, like, putting their faces in water fountains and looking at little models. Furthermore, the suspect was handcuffed, making it impossible for him to bring a knife as large as this inside.
In that case, how do you suppose this knife ended up inside the courthouse?
I need to think carefully here. And embarrass myself in front of my sister again. There's nothing related to the knife written anywhere in Mr. Faraday's organizer. However, it is a fact that this knife came from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. Conversely, there is one item listed in Mr. Faraday's organizer that no one has claimed to have seen today. So in order to solve this mystery, I believe I will need to take another good look at the evidence.
Miles Edgeworth, can I take the fact that you have yet to answer me to mean that you don't have an answer for me?
Actually, I do know the answer, Francisca.
What? Then what is it?
One of the pieces of evidence we've been holding has been hiding a secret of its own. And it was through this piece of evidence the knife was brought into the courthouse.
Oh wait, it was the...
That's annoying. Because it's like, you can see why you think, oh yeah, I'm obviously going to choose that because it makes sense, but the game's like, no, do it our way.
Alright, maybe there is no secret to this one. I love that. Love that he can have a really long moment of silence and she just waits patiently and it's like, hello, Miles.
You
take
don't
it that
look
they-
patient.
This Yatagarasu's key, Mr. Faraday mentions in his organizer. This is how the knife was brought into the courthouse.
You're not making any sense, Miles Edgeworth.
You just need to look a bit closer, Francisca, to see what I mean. The color and the ornamentation of the key's handle remind you of anything.
They do remind me of the knife.
Very good. Both the Yatagarasu key in this photo and the murderous knife have this very unique design on their handles. Furthermore, even though Mr. Faraday mentions the Yatagarasu's key, the only object we found at the crime scene was the knife.
You don't seriously mean to say...
It appears you finally caught up. And yes, I do mean to say that these two pieces are in fact one and the same.
And with that, we will end this episode right here. Thank you guys for joining us, and see you next time.
Thank you! Bye!